guys, we cannot keep doing this. We cannot keep letting Riley Sager get away with this. Oh my God. We can't. This man, I need to press charges. I need a lawyer. I feel personally victimized. Oh, I can't do it anymore. I cannot read this man's books anymore. I've had enough. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Say hi to Binks the Bat. He's also here joining us. I did it again, guys. This is like my 5th annual Riley Sager review video. Every year, every summer, Riley Sager puts out a new thriller and I torture myself by reading and reviewing them, and I usually hate them. So these are usually rant reviews, but I don't know what it is. I keep giving this man chances and I keep being even more disappointed than the previous year. I don't know. Every year it just keeps getting worse. It keeps getting worse. So today I am going to be reviewing With a Vengeance. This is his new novel that just came out in June of this year. This is mostly going to be a spoiler-free review, and then I am putting in a spoiler section at the end. That's typically how I do it. So if you guys don't care about spoilers, if you're not going to read the book, or if you already read the book and want to hear my thoughts, I will label that and give you a warning like way in advance. So if you want to click away, you can do so. I'm not going to be spoiling the entire book, just the parts that I found ridiculous. I need to talk about them and get them off my chest. This was my book club book for Patreon in the month of July, and I am going to be discussing it with them shortly. So yeah, I deeply apologize for torturing everyone, but the link to my Patreon, as always, is in the description box down below, as well as all links to my social media, my Amazon storefront, etc. If you want to support my channel, I greatly appreciate you. Otherwise, let's get started with the review. So, Riley Sager typically writes more like thrillers, more psychological books, like supernatural thrillers, that sort of a thing. And this novel here is more of a mystery. It does take place on a train in 1942. Basically, the synopsis is super brief. There's a woman named Anna that we're following, and she's getting revenge on these 6 people who destroyed her family. That's it. Her father owned this train business, hence why it takes place on a train, and she is gathering the 6 people responsible for all of the tragic things that happened in her family. She's inviting them on this train from Philadelphia to Chicago. So it's like this long distance train ride, and we're following these 6 people on the train with her and her accomplice. So there's really like 8 people on the train plus the guy driving. People kind of start getting picked off one by one. It's very similar to an Agatha Christie novel. It's a Temu version of Agatha Christie, as one of my friends said, and I would totally agree with that. It's very similar to like One by One by Ruth Ware, that sort of a thing. Millions and millions of thrillers and mystery books have this exact same plot, setup, whatever. It's like another Agatha Christie and Then There Were None retelling, okay? This is probably my least favorite Riley Sager book. I don't know how every time this man comes out with a new book, I say that it's my least favorite. Like, they just somehow keep getting worse for me. I already knew going into this. I actually wasn't going to read it, but then last second decided to add it on to my Patreon book club for some reason. But I don't really like trains. I don't like Agatha Christie sort of mystery retelling books. And I had a feeling that I wasn't going to love this one. But I was hoping that I would still at least be entertained. I liked Lock Every Door. I liked Home Before Dark by him. What's the one with the blue cover? That one was fine. I don't know. I like some of his older books, and so I always go into his books hoping to at least be entertained, even though I'm not really expecting a masterpiece. And this one didn't even do that. So where this book fell flat for me, it was lacking in character development. Like in the beginning of the book, he introduces these 6 people that she invites on the train, which is ridiculous, by the way. This woman sends out invites like, I know what you did, meet me on this train ride, and they all just show up. The plot holes are plot holing. Oh, this book did not make sense. But anyways, so she invites these 6 people on the train, and we're getting a chapter from each one in the beginning, kind of introducing them. And none of them have any personality, any character. They're just like these flat characters, like, I did something bad and she's gonna know my secrets. And then it's like the next person, I did something bad and people know my secret. It's like the same thing for all 6 of them, and I'm like, who is this? Who is, like, I'm getting them mixed up. I can't differentiate who is who, what is going on. So weak characters. This book just lacked depth. It's just the typical, like, shallow, oh, something happened to my family, like all these tragic events happened and now I need to get revenge on these random people. And like the whole thing just felt very shallow to me. I'm like, you're really going this far out of your way for this? Like, the motives were ridiculous. The motives that these people had to destroy her family were ridiculous. The motives that she had were ridiculous. The whole thing, like, legitimately was so blown out of proportion and so far-fetched and ridiculous. The characters were so, like, flighty. I don't know how else to put it. It's like they do one thing and then they do another thing and it's like, oh, maybe we should split up. Like they're making stupid decisions in order for the plot to move along, which is my biggest pet peeve with thrillers, with books in general. And I notice this especially with Riley Sager books. He loves when his characters make dumb decisions so he can just keep moving the plot along. None of the decisions that they are making actually are realistic or make sense. It's just like, oh, I need for this to happen, so I'm gonna make my characters like really dumb and flighty and just like clueless and acting in a completely ridiculous manner. A lot of people said that this book is exactly like the movie Clue. I've never seen that movie, but do with that information what you will. Another thing is, this book was just too freaking long. It was almost 500 pages. It was slow. It was boring to me, at least. I know other people were entertained with like the middle sections, but I found this book so slow, so boring, so repetitive. It was just, I mean, I got to the halfway mark and I think only 1 or 2 people died in the whole like first 50% of the book. And I was like, I thought people were supposed to be getting picked off. Like, what the hell is happening? And then something ridiculous happened with a plot twist that I will mention at the end in the spoiler section. But the plot twist started happening then around the halfway mark, and it was just ridiculous thing after ridiculous thing. He did it again where he was so focused on like throwing in these plot twists and, oh, I know, if I throw this in here or if I do this twist, that he forgets about the plot. He forgets about the characters, how they should be acting. He forgets about the plot. He's too wrapped up in these ridiculous over-the-top plot twists to actually focus on what is happening in his book. Therefore, we end up with tons of plot holes. He's really big on telling rather than showing, which I absolutely hate. Like, it almost feels as though like he thinks his readers are stupid in a way, because he'll write and be like, oh, this person died, which means it obviously couldn't be this person, or like obviously this didn't happen then. Like he explains things as you're reading, and it's like, okay, that didn't need to be explained because it is very obvious what is going on. Or it'll be like I said in the beginning of this video, I did a bad thing, therefore so-and-so knows my secrets. No shit, she knows your secrets. That's why she invited you on the train. Like, you don't need to remind us. It's like we're constantly being told what to think rather than just reading the book and figuring it out with the context clues. Like, they are things that do not need to be explained over and over again. The ending was the worst ending I think I've ever read in a book. I'm not exaggerating. Again, I just felt like he was so wrapped up in all these twists. Then the ending came and it was like, oh shit, how do I end this book? I know, something that doesn't make sense. Plot holes again, things that were just so over the top that I'm gonna go over in a second with spoilers. I mean, I really could not find a single redeeming quality about this book. I gave it 1 star. I absolutely hated everything about it. And yeah, I just feel like this man is consistently coming out with books year after year after year, 1 book a year, 1 book a year, 1 book a year, and they're 400 or 500 page books. And I just feel like he needs a break. I feel like he must have a contract or something where he's being forced to like pump out these books, and the quality has gone drastically downhill. Like I said, I liked his earlier books. Final Girls was a little suspicious, but I think that was his first book, so it's forgivable. But the next, 2, 3, I enjoyed. I had fun with them. And now I just feel like year after year, I'm like, is this even the same author? Is this someone else writing his books? Like, did Riley Sager pass away and it's now like someone else in his place? I don't know. I'm like, this can't be the same person. Or it's stress and pressure to constantly be pumping out content that you're not ready to release yet. Like, I just feel like if he took more time, if he took an extra year and went over and combed through and changed things and fixed the plot holes, I feel like he would have really solid books that would be entertaining. But since he's not taking that time to really perfect those things, I think things are just constantly slipping through the cracks with him, and I think that's where the problem lies. I don't know, a lot of people still really love his books, and I don't want to take that experience away from anyone. I'm happy that people love his books still, but a lot of people are saying the same things that I'm saying right now. This is not new information. I'm not the only one saying these things. I don't know. I think this man needs to take a step back, because this is rough. I don't know if I can continue doing this every year, guys. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll get surprised. Actually, the one book I gave 3 stars, the only one left. Otherwise, it's a no from me. It's a no from me. I am going to get into some spoilers now, so if you don't want major spoilers about the book or the ending, click away now. I love you. Thank you so much for watching, and stick around if you want spoilers. I'm gonna wait a couple seconds so people can click away. Okay, getting into spoilers. Some of the most ridiculous things in this freaking book. Oh my god. Okay, so I said the way that she puts out these invites, and people, they just get them and they're like, oh, this person knows all my dirty little secrets and they want me to get on a train ride with them. Okay, they just get on. Like, no one even fought this. No one even questioned. They were like, yeah, I'm just gonna get on a train from Philadelphia to Chicago for no reason because I got some mysterious postcard in the mail. Like, what the fuck? So that was already ridiculous right off the bat. Then okay, the first guy who dies around like the 50% mark, I'm like, finally, something happens, right? Later on is revealed he didn't actually die. He faked his own death, which is one of my biggest pet peeves in a freaking book. I hate when thrillers do this. I hate the he faked his own death mystery trope thing. Oh my god, I hate it. So yeah, he faked his own death, and the one guy checked his pulse and was like, yep, he's dead. And then they're like, wait, I thought you checked his pulse. And he's like, oh, my bad, I actually don't know how to check a pulse. What? What the fuck do you mean? You don't know how to check a pulse? Like, you can't tell if someone is dead? So you let this man who was alive lie on the ground and pretend like he was dead, and you were like, yeah, seems dead. Seems totally believable, Riley. And then further along the line, a second person also wasn't actually dead. And it was just like these constant like fake out, like cheap, cheesy, ridiculous plot twists that like I can't stand it. I can't stand the cheap, easy plot twist way out of things. And then it just keeps getting better, because at the end it's revealed that the main guy who has been destroying this woman's life, destroyed her entire family, destroyed her father, his business, blah blah blah, he was driving the train. So it's revealed that this evil man has been driving the train this entire time. So keep in mind, they're on the train is driving, and this guy's like, just kidding, your person that you hired to drive the train wasn't actually driving. I paid him off and I've been driving the train. I've been driving us to Chicago this entire time. So who the hell is driving the train then? The train is driving and you're back there chit-chatting and getting into fights, and you're telling us that you're driving the train, but no one's currently driving the train. And then he says, I just wanted to see where this train was going. You knew it was fucking going to Chicago. You're the one driving it. What the fuck? What the fuck? Then after this like fight breaks loose and blah 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 blah, a whole bunch of bullshit at the end, the FBI is called, and the FBI shows up, and they see Anna holding this man at gunpoint, and she's like, he's responsible for doing this and that and this and the other thing to my father and his business and my family and blah blah blah. And then she is like, I don't know, there's like two or three people still alive at the end, and they you know, she tells the FBI about them, everyone gets arrested, and the FBI's like, oh, Anna, I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry that this happened to you. Suddenly it's like an Anna like sympathy fest. Listen, if this the FBI would not show up and just believe every single word that this woman is saying, holding people at gunpoint, and be like, oh honey, I'm so sorry. Oh, what a hero. Girl power. No, the FBI would be like questioning this woman, right? What do you mean? Like, she would also be getting jailed. like what do you mean? She also just like held 6 people hostage on a train to get revenge, and the FBI's like, oh yeah, good job, sweetie. And then they offer her a job at random. The FBI just recruits her, and they're like, you know what? Girl power, we need you on our team. So they just give her a job. So now she's an FBI agent. The end. What do you mean? That's not how FBI recruitment works? That's not how the FBI works? You don't like need any skills. They just give you a job. I guess if you're good at holding 6 people hostage on a train, they just give you a career. Oh my god. Fuck's sakes. I can't do it anymore. Actually, I don't know. The thing is, his books are so bad that it makes me want to keep doing these videos. So I don't know. Am I sick? I feel like I'm in an abusive relationship and I can't get out. All right. Anyways, that was it. I hope you enjoyed these spoilers. I don't know what else to say. This was bad. Okay. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video.